Hey son, Cain believed it's Lent again. Time for fasting and reflection.
I know, right? It's a great opportunity to save some money by not spending on food and outings.
Exactly. And you know what? All that money saved that we put to good use.
Oh, how so?
Well, we can invest in the Nigerian exchange markets.
That sounds interesting.
Last year, the equities performed exceptionally well, with the all-share index recording a gain of 37.65% increase, and all major indices, the NGX top 30 indices, banking, oil and gas, consumer goods, industrial, all of them recorded major gains across.
Wow, that's impressive. So by saving during Lent, we can actually grow our money.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation. Fasting for spiritual growth and investing for financial growth.
But how do I know the best stocks to invest in?
At Lead Securities and Investment Limited, we're equipped with top-tier financial analysts, a proven track record, and vast knowledge of the equities market to provide a market analysis and top stock recommendations for you to choose.
I'm definitely going to start investing in stocks this period.
Join the bandwagon now and let's make the most out of this Lent. This Lent, let's not just reflect spiritually but also take practical steps towards our financial future. Remember, every small sacrifice can lead to significant growth, both in faith and finances. Happy Lent, and may your investments flourish.
Hi there. Are you one of those people who have been looking for how best to invest their capital but have been unable to find a suitable way of doing so? Guess what? Lead Capital has got you covered. With their impressive array of financial products and services, Lead Capital offers you the opportunity to invest your capital in a well-balanced portfolio that offers you financial security and growth. With the Lead Fixed Income Fund, your capital is invested for a minimum of 90 days. But guess what? You can be assured that your money is exposed to very low risks and your dividends are paid out biannually. They also have a Lead Balanced Fund that exposes you to slightly more risk than the Fixed Income Fund. However, this fund also offers you biannual dividends, greater returns, and a minimum holding of 90 days. Also, if you are looking to secure your funds from the depreciations associated with the Naira, Lead Capital has a dollar fund that helps you invest your capital in dollar instruments for a period of 180 days. However, they pay out your dividends biannually in dollars. And if you are a big-time Odogu looking to invest a serious amount of money, Lead Capital has also got you covered. With the Lead Gazelle portfolio, you could invest a minimum of $1 million for a minimum of 90 days and begin to enjoy some impressive returns on your investment. Also, with an investment of $50,000 to $200,000, Lead Capital PLC offers you the opportunity to hold private portfolios with them, where your capital is exposed to medium risk, your coupons are paid to you biannually, and you enjoy the world of Eurobonds, where you could earn interest on your capital investment in various foreign currencies. For more inquiries, reach out to Lead Capital PLC today with any of the contact information displayed on your screen, or reach.
Hey son, Cain believed it's Lent again. Time for fasting and reflection.
I know, right? It's a great opportunity to save some money by not spending on food and outings.
Exactly. And you know what? All that money saved that we put to good use.
Oh, how so?
Well, we can invest in the Nigerian exchange markets.
That sounds interesting.
Last year, the equities performed exceptionally well, with the all-share index recording a gain of 37.65% increase, and all major indices, the NGX top 30 indices, banking, oil and gas, consumer goods, industrial, all of them recorded major gains across.
Wow, that's impressive. So by saving during Lent, we can actually grow our money.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation. fasting for spiritual growth, and investing for financial growth.
But how do I know the best stocks to invest in?
At Lead Securities and Investment Limited, we're equipped with top-tier financial analysts, a proven track record, and vast knowledge of the equities market to provide a depth market analysis and top stock recommendations for you to choose.
I'm definitely going to start investing in stocks this period.
Join the bandwagon now, and let's make the most out of this Lent. This Lent, let's not just reflect spiritually, but also take practical steps towards our financial future. Remember, every small sacrifice can lead to significant growth, both in faith and finances. Happy Lent, and may your investments flourish.
Good morning, esteemed listeners and investors. I want to welcome you to another edition of our breakfast session. I am Yemi Omotayo, and joining me is my colleague, Mr. Gbewato Amosu. Sunday, we're taking a brief look at the insights in the fixed income space, and my colleague will give us a brief insight in the equity space much later on. Without further ado, let us delve right into it. For the money market and treasury bills space, for last week, we saw system liquidity move to a negative position on the back of the Nigerian treasury bills primary market auction. Settlement closing the week at 32.40% and 32.80% for the open repo rate and overnight, respectively. Trading activities in the treasury bills market were quiet, closing the week on a bearish note as we witnessed some sell-offs to raise system liquidity. Thus, average yields declined by 1 basis point to close the week at 19.17%. We also witnessed 500 billion worth of Nigerian treasury bills at the last treasury bills auction, being oversubscribed by 717.01 billion, subsequently allotted by 678.76 billion. From the table below, we see stop rates remained flat for 91 days and advanced by 4 basis points and 57 basis points for the 182 and 364 days bills, respectively. Looking at the bond market, we see the bond market closed the week on a bearish note as we observe yields across the short end of the curve dropped by an average of 1 basis point week on week and 3 basis points at the mid to long end of the yield curve. Actively traded maturities for the week were the 2029, 2030, 2031, and 2035. And on an average, yields across the benchmark advanced by 2 basis points to close the week at 18.50%. Taking a brief look at the foreign exchange market, we see the Naira witness further depreciation as we saw a change of 17 Nairas, 0.9 kobo in value at the NAFEM window rate, closing the week at 1,517 Naira 24 kobo as compared to 1,515 kobo the previous week. Outlook for the week, it is expected that funding rates will close the week on a similar level on the back of expected outflows from the Nigerian treasury bills market auction in the absence of substantial inflows. We also envisage the treasury bills secondary market trade quietly ahead of this week's primary market auction and to be influenced by liquidity levels. For the bond market, we expect to trade in line with system liquidity. That being said, we cannot overemphasize the need to take position in our fixed market space, and this market can be accessed using a wide array of products from the Lead Fixed Income Fund, which focuses primarily on capital preservation and growth. The Lead Fixed Income Fund comes with a low risk profile, and dividends on the fund are paid biannually. It has a lockdown period of 90 days, and it is worthy to note that unit holders of this product have experienced over 100% growth in their investment since inception. For clients that intend to balance their investments, we advise to subscribe to our Lead Balance Fund, This fund invests 50% of its high quality stocks and 50% in the money market fixed income instruments. And because of the equities component embedded in this fund, the risk profile is medium, and dividends are distributed annually, giving the client options to reinvest and to collect. With a lockdown period of 90 days, clients have easy entry and exit to the fund. For our potential clients and investors with the intention to place their funds for a specific duration of time at a fixed rate, we encourage you to subscribe to our Lead Gazelle portfolio, with tenors ranging from 190 to 335 days and offering competitive rates that exceed your standard commercial bank deposit rates. For investors that have intention to hedge against the depreciating naira, we implore you to sign up to our Eurobond trading platform. This platform provides our clients access to invest directly in US dollar debt instruments, earning your returns in form of coupons in the same US dollar, which are being paid biannually. It is worthy to note that the minimum investment threshold to subscribe for Eurobonds is $200,000. For investors who may not be able to meet up to the $200,000 threshold, we're excited to offer you our Lead Dollar Fund. This product has a minimum subscription fee of $1,000 with a minimum holding period of 180 days. The dividends on these products are paid annually whilst maintaining a very low risk profile. Thank you very much. I'll be handing you over to our expert in-house equities analyst, Mr. Sondegbewato Amosu, to give us insights on the equity space for last week. Mr. Amosu, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Tayo, for that wonderful. Good morning once again, our high esteemed lead investors. We really appreciate your time out this morning for joining us. And the goal of our meeting every week is for us to have a clearer view of what has happened the previous week of the market and what is the direction of the market. So this is the essence of we meeting every morning to project and to analyze what we happen for the week. So under the review, I'm mapping out the equity market review, any updates, the dividend expectations, the corporate action factors, and the stock recommendations for the week, and our weekly expectation for the week. So out of the 5 trading days last week, we only had 2 days positive. That was Monday and Thursday. The other 3 days, they were negative, and this gave us a 3 consecutive week, and the market has ended negatively. And this is the first time we are having such. Last year, first quarter, we never had any week in the fourth quarter of the month last year. But for 3 consecutive weeks, the market closed negative. And this is a clear pointer to us that there must be something outside the market affecting the market. And we have seen the financial market is divided into 3 markets. We have the money market, the capital market, and the derivative market. Currently in Nigeria, our derivative market is not that strong, but basically we have the money market and the capital market. And we have seen for 2 consecutive days, we had auction in the OMO, the open market operation, and that has impacted greatly on the equity market. So when there are activities, we saw commercial papers, we saw bond from Seplat, we saw commercial paper from C&S, a lot of other companies also raised commercial paper. So if there are a lot of activities in the money market, that will also affected the market. And we have seen that people are taking gains from the equity market to go and position in the money market. And we saw that there was an excess oversubscription in the World Treasury auction that happened last week, Wednesday. And we are trusting that with more corporate action will be released by CBN from the bank that have submitted all their results to CBN. If all these results will filter into the market, that would be a rally point for the equity market to move from the south back to the north. And as we have rightly said, that we are hopeful as the corporate action will come into the market will start. And so there's no need for us to panic. We saw what happened last week in the global scene from the Trump tariff issues, UK releasing their inflation rate. So globally, there is tension. So there's a lot of uncertainty. So that is why a lot of people are taking their investment from the equity market and they are doing commodity. And we saw for the first time that gold hit 3,000 per ounce. That was the first time ever. Gold have never crossed that region. For the first time crossing 3,000. This is why we are saying in Lead Capital, we have a race of products. From the commodity, whether on the Lagos State commodity, we have gold there for our clients that want to invest in gold. You can call us after the program. We place you on that. Lagos State Commodity are currently trading gold, and we are part of that. So you can also place for gold. And we also are part of the FS commodity. So we've seen global trends that people are now diversifying their portfolio, not just in equity market alone. They're also moving toward commodity market. And we believe that we are not just a mono company, we have a race of products that you can invest in to hedge against any uncertainty as the year go by. So yesterday we saw increase in the turnover that we had compared to last week. There's more, 3.28 billion worth of shares was sold compared to what we had last week. We just had 1.82 last week, and the value that we have was 63.52 billion worth of shares was sold last week. But that does not make the market to close on a positive note, despite the huge turnover that we had this last week. That does not beat the market from the south. The market closed negative last week, and I thought the sectors under our coverage, it was only the consumer and insurance that closed positive. On top of the stocks that were traded was Sovereign Plus Insurance, Champion Brewery, and Jaiz Bank were the top traded stock last week. So briefly, before we look at our updates on any updates, just to look at what so Champion Brewery, just briefly, we compared their what they did. We saw a growth from 5 kobo to 9 kobo. That was 8% growth in their earning, and we've seen that they are moving from negative positive as a result of a lot of operations, and we saw the cost of sales also increasing and their taxation also improving, and their profits to year growing to 120.4%. That is something that is worth celebrating for the company. So they have done well, and we have seen that impact on their earnings per shares growing to the tune of 8%. And for Dangote Sugar, as we have rightly said, last year there was expectation that it's going to be a merger between Nascon, Dangote Sugar, and Dangote Rice, but that was to suspension. And we have seen that despite their move for backward integration, that has not reflected on their earnings. We have seen a negative impact on their earnings per shares, reducing from -6 to 15. But we know that there are a lot of things to be done by the company. Up to for 2 consecutive years now, they have not been able to pay dividends. And we hope that this year they'll be able to move from the negative performance to the positive region. So Seplat also did wonderfully well. We have seen a lot of acquisition for the company, and we saw their earnings per shares grew to 315%. That is, earnings per shares is now 395 naira from 92.75 kobo, and they have declared their dividend. And we have seen a lot of acquisition. And last week they also raised a bond to refinance their bond, and also to able to get working capital for their business. And so a lot of merger and acquisition, a lot of things have been going on in the company. Share buyback and a lot of activities have been going on, and that shows that there's a lot of growth that we are expecting from Seplat this year. So for our recommendations for this week, we as we have said, Access Bank, let's see what they are doing. Last year they paid 1.80 kobo, and we are projecting that currently for this year, last year, they are going to pay 2 naira. And if you analyze it, that is going to be 39.0. And dividend yield is 8.5. So it's still a good buy, and we have seen that the price are reducing, and this is an opportunity for people to key into it, people that have not key into Access Bank to buy. And also GTB is part of our recommendation. The analysis is 33.66, and UBA also have a very wonderful analysis that we can take advantage of, that is even far above the current inflation. And Zenith Bank also, we are projecting Zenith Bank to pay 4.50 kobo. So this is an opportunity. There will always be opportunity in the market, whether the market is bearish or the market is high. So it's always an opportunity for people that are not yet. So this is an opportunity for them to key into these banks as their rate action will be filtering into the market. It's a good opportunity for people to buy. So the dividend that have been declared, Geregu declared 8 naira 50 kobo, and the payment is next week, 28th of March, and the registrar is Mary Stems. AfriPrudential also declared 1 for 1, and they also declare a dividend of 60 kobo and a bonus of 1 for 1. So the qualification date is this week for people that have not positioned themselves to take advantage of it. They are paying their dividend 31st of March. Africa Prudential is their registrar. So this is an opportunity for people that have not key to that to buy into it. And we know that after the dividend, the price is going to be reduced. Irrespective of that, people have not positioned themselves as also an opportunity. We saw a reduction in their price. So for people that have not taken position, this is a very good opportunity for people to buy into that. And Transcorp also declares 64 kobo, and their payment date is still April. Thanks. And the AfriPrudential is also their registrar. So we have a race of companies that have declared their dividend, and people can take advantage of it. Dangote also declared 30 naira, and the qualification date is still open 10th of June, and the payment date is 3rd of June. Coronation is the registrar. So all these have been sent to all our investors earlier. And if there are any questions, you can get back to us, and we're able to help you to process if there is any outstanding dividend that have not been paid, or you want to know how to qualify for these dividends. We are always open. Our emails are available. You can contact us so that we can help you to sort any outstanding issues you're having with your dividend. So for our stock recommendation for the week, Access Bank is part of our top recommendation this week. First Bank Holding, FCMB, GTB, Stanbic, Stanley, UCAP, UBA, Wema Bank, Zenith Bank, AfriPrudential, ICO, Custodian, Plaza, NEM, Naseko, Boa Cement, 1 to 32, Total, Transcorp, Seplat, Mills, Coinor, Arade, UHCL, Unilever. Our recommendation comes across sectors, from the oil and gas, from the financial sector, insurance, the agricultural sector, industrial, the consumer goods. So we cover all the sectors, and we hope we can take advantage. The market is a bit bearish now, and this is an opportunity for people to take advantage of the lower price that the market is having now. And then before the corporate action filter into the market, we can position ahead, and then we compare the dividend that will be announced. And if there is a profit, a capital appreciation, we can now take capital appreciation, or we wait for the final dividend payment. On hold, this is Afri, Hotel Africa, MTN, Okomo, Presco, Transcorp, Hotel, they are on hold. And we are putting them on hold. Eternal Oil, Geregu, they are on sale this week. And our expectation for the week that if we are still awaiting results to be released. And this is what we have noticed, that informations or the corporate actions is the market. What we saw last week was that from week 12 to 17 last week, it was negative. So that means that after the corporate action was released to the market reacts, and for week 12 to week 17, it was negative. So the only tailwind for the market now that can prepare the market is the corporate action. So this is opportunity for people that are already out. What we advised earlier is that if people take profit, come back to the market, buy position for the corporate action. But for people that did not take that action, this is time for us to increase our portfolio, increase our holdings in anticipation of corporate actions. So this is a very huge opportunity. Last year, when the corporate action came into the market, the prices went up and clients took advantage of it. And the same thing also may likely repeat itself. So this is an opportunity for people to buy low and project towards the dividend payment. And if there is capital appreciation, you can take away your capital gain, or you wait for the dividend payment. So these are the opportunity that we have. So if the corporate action is delayed by CBN because majority of the banks are submitted to CBN, and CBN have not released their financials to the market, that may affect activities in the equity space. We saw a lot of companies coming to the money market for commercial papers to raise more funds for their working capital. So that may a bit affect the markets this week. But if the information filters into the market earlier as anticipated, that would be a catalyst for the market to move from south to the north. And we expect also for people that have already made gain, they may likely take position by selling and then position in other markets. Like we have seen that people are buying into commodity and from the equity space. So our expectation is that the market will take sideways this week as a result of non-catalyst or corporate action being delayed or not released on time this week. That's our expectation, that the market will likely go sideways, nothing positive and negative for the week. So that's the end of our presentation. The floor is open for questions. If there are questions, the floor is open for questions. This is question and answer. If there is any question, you can make use of the I have a question. Please, I need update on the flour mill payment. I'm yet to receive mine. Okay, thank you for that question. What we advise is that you can kindly send a mail to the customer service at leadcapitalng.com. We pick it up from there. Then we send you every necessary document for you to be able to claim your flour mill payoff. So we do that. Just reach out to us via our customer service at Lead Capital NG, and then we attend to you and make sure that you receive your payouts. So we have questions. So the floor is open for questions if you have questions.
There's a family, you can unmute.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
What I want to ask is when is Access Bank paying their dividends? That's just my question. Thank you.
Please come again, madam.
I said, when is Access Bank paying their dividends and how much are they paying?
Thank you, ma, for the question, ma. Access Bank has submitted their financials for 2024 to CBN. So CBN will give them the go ahead. For now, CBN has not given them the final approval for them to release their financials to the markets. So since then, before we now know when they will pay, so they will owe their AGM to hit their payment date. But now, no date has been hit, and we don't know exactly what they are going to pay for now.
Okay, we have another question from Mr. Nweke. What is the update on the last public offer of Fidelity Bank? It has not been assigned to my portfolio.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Nweke. For the Fidelity, this is what we discovered, that the registrar have sent mail to investors that they should they send a link. So this is what we do, sir. If you can send us a mail to our customer service, we pick up from there. So majority of our investors that invested through the public offer have been sent a mail from the registrar, and they have updated their position with the registrar, and they have been credited. So what you expect is that kindly send us a mail, we pick it up from there, we send the links to you, and then we make sure that you have your position, your stocks in your position, sir.
Okay, Mr. D.S. Balami is asking, with the perceived market turmoil in the US, do you think we will see some foreign interest in the market?
So we are also seeing that impact. What we discovered is that we can compare that majority of the foreign investors that came into the market, they invested in Treasury at 31. And what we have seen so far is that in the last auction, that the interest rate went high as a result of capital repatriation. Majority of them are taking out their capital. So that is why, in the wisdom of the CBN, they have made sure that there is an increase in the interest rate. So that is what we expect, and that also is what is currently happening. That people may likely take out their capital from the market, but CBN have been wise enough to make sure that they have sustained the rate, even if they don't lower it. They have make sure that it is an increase in the interest rate, so that foreign investors can still retain their funds with us. So that may likely impact the market as a result of uncertainty currently happening globally. We've seen what happened in UK, their interest rate going up. Also, we saw what happened in United States, that was released by their investors outlook, we saw a negative result also. We saw the inflation rate also going up. So there's a huge uncertainty globally that may impact on Nigeria market. So any update on Owando bonus? Yes, the first tranche has been concluded. So what we expect is that for the registrar to credit the investor position. So the first tranche has been concluded. We are waiting for the second tranche to be closed on 30th of June. So the first tranche has concluded. Then the second tranche will close 30th of June. So what we expect is that the registrar to credit investors position maybe before the end of the month, where the first tranche has been concluded. Thanks, sir.
Mr. Said Adebayo, can you please show us your list of recommended stocks?
So we project it, the list for this week.
Sent to his account.
Yes. So it will be sent. It will be sent to you, sir, Mr. Said. I'm taking your name, so we send it. Has already sent out. So we really appreciate all our lead investors for being a wonderful audience this morning. The section has been very interactive with the questions from our audience. So it has been a fantastic session this morning. So we wish you the very best of the market opportunity this week. And as we always promise, week in, week out, we'll be on top of the game to give you the best financial update, the market direction, where to place your investment and where to have a maximum return on all your investments. So thank you for always being there for us, and we promise to always be there with adequate and robust market information. Thank you for making this session a wonderful one. Thank you. We appreciate you for joining us.